The quiet revolution within. In the tapestry of life, spun with threads of joy, sorrow, triumph, and tribulation, it's easy to get caught up in the external noise, the clamor of expectations, and the relentless pursuit of, well, everything. We chase after fleeting validation, cling to outdated aspirations, and allow the opinions of others to dictate our inner peace. But what if the secret to a more fulfilling existence wasn't about acquiring more, but about quietly eliminating the things that weigh us down? What if true strength lay not in shouting our victories, but in whispering our intentions? The Stoic philosopher King, Marcus Aurelius, wisely proclaimed, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." This profound insight isn't just a catchy quote, it's a roadmap to personal transformation. It suggests that by understanding and consciously shaping our internal landscape, our thoughts, beliefs, and reactions, we can fundamentally alter our experience of the world. This isn't about denial or suppression, but about intentional curation, carefully pruning the elements that hinder our growth and nurturing those that allow us to flourish. This transformation is not a public spectacle, a dramatic unveiling of a new you. Instead, it is a gradual, silent shift, a quiet revolution waged within the confines of our own minds and hearts. It requires introspection, courage, and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about ourselves and the world around us. It's about choosing peace over drama, authenticity over approval, and inner strength over external validation. It's a journey marked not by grand pronouncements, but by subtle acts of self-compassion and unwavering dedication to personal growth. The path is not always easy, but the rewards are immeasurable, a life lived with intention, purpose, and a deep sense of inner peace. This extended exploration will delve into 11 key areas where quiet elimination can lead to profound personal growth. Prepare to embark on a journey of self-reflection, mindful awareness, and a quiet but powerful revolution within. Remember, the most significant changes often begin with the smallest, most subtle shifts in perspective. 11 Pillars of a Quieter, More Fulfilling Life. Silencing the need to explain yourself to those who cause you pain. We've all been there, hurt, betrayed, or deeply disappointed by someone we once trusted. The natural instinct is to seek understanding, to demand an explanation, to make them see the error of their ways. We craft elaborate narratives in our minds, rehearse confrontations, and desperately hope for an apology that will somehow magically erase the pain. But what if the most powerful response isn't a dramatic showdown, but a quiet, dignified exit? What if true strength lies not in seeking validation from those who have wronged us, but in reclaiming our own peace of mind? Explaining yourself to someone who has intentionally caused you pain is often a fruitless endeavor. It's like pouring water into a leaky bucket, expending energy and emotion with little or no return. The person who hurt you may be unwilling or unable to understand your perspective, trapped in their own ego or justifications. They may twist your words, minimize your feelings, or even blame you for their actions. In such cases, engaging in a lengthy explanation only serves to prolong the pain and perpetuate the cycle of conflict. The wisest course of action is often to simply move on. This doesn't mean condoning their behavior or denying your own feelings. It means recognizing that you have the power to choose how you respond, and that your energy is better spent on healing and growth. It's about setting boundaries, protecting your emotional well-being, and refusing to allow someone else's negativity to poison your inner world. It's about understanding that you don't owe anyone an explanation for prioritizing your own well-being. You are not obligated to justify your decisions to those who have shown you disrespect or caused you harm. Your silence is not an admission of guilt or weakness, but a declaration of self-respect and self-worth. Imagine a scenario where the person who hurt you comes back, seeking your help or forgiveness. The old you might have felt obligated to offer assistance, driven by guilt or a desire to prove your own goodness. But the new you, the one who has embraced the power of quiet elimination, knows that you are not responsible for their choices or their consequences. A simple, firm no is all that is required. You are not obligated to lend a hand to someone who has broken your trust or disregarded your feelings. Your time and energy are precious resources, and you have the right to invest them in relationships that are healthy and supportive. Steering clear of drama and quietly putting distance between yourself and toxic individuals is often the wisest decision you can make. Let time reveal the consequences of their actions, and focus on taking care of yourself. The future will unfold as it will, and you will be better equipped to navigate it with a clear mind and a strong heart. This approach allows both you and the other person to grow and evolve, free from the constraints of a damaged relationship. It's about recognizing that sometimes, the most loving thing you can do is to let go. It is not about seeking revenge, but about cultivating inner peace. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice. Don't stoop to their level. Instead, invest in becoming the best version of yourself, cultivating your inner peace and character. Let your success and happiness be the ultimate testament to your resilience and strength. This quiet act of self-improvement is far more powerful than any attempt to seek retribution or vindication. It is a declaration that you refuse to be defined by the actions of others, and that you are committed to creating a life filled with joy, purpose, and authenticity. Remember, you deserve to be appreciated for who you are, and stepping away from those who don't is an act of courage, a choice for your mental health and growth over unnecessary drama. Embrace the power of silence, the wisdom of detachment, and the unwavering commitment to your own well-being. This is the foundation of a truly fulfilling life. Further, consider the impact of constantly reliving the painful experience by explaining it repeatedly. Each time you recount the story, you re-experience the emotions associated with it, potentially hindering your healing process. By choosing silence, you create space for yourself to process your emotions in a private and healthy way, without the added pressure of external judgment or scrutiny. Think of it as tending to a wound. You wouldn't repeatedly poke and prod it, but rather cleanse it, protect it, and allow it to heal. Similarly, your emotional wounds require gentle care and a safe space to mend. Finally, remember that your energy is a valuable resource. Every interaction, every explanation, every attempt to seek understanding from someone who is unwilling to offer it, drains your energy and detracts from your ability to focus on your own goals and aspirations. By choosing to quietly eliminate the need to explain yourself, you conserve your energy and redirect it towards activities that nourish your soul and contribute to your personal growth. This is an act of self-empowerment, a declaration that you are in control of your own life and that you will not allow others to dictate your emotional state or define your worth. Releasing the grip of unnecessary goals, life is a dynamic journey, a winding path filled with unexpected twists and turns. What once seemed like a clear destination can suddenly become obscured, and what once motivated us can lose its spark. Holding on to goals that no longer align with our values or desires is like carrying extra baggage on a long hike. It weighs us down and hinders our progress. Recognizing when to let go of these unnecessary goals is not a sign of failure, but a mark of wisdom and self-awareness. It allows us to refocus our energy and attention on what truly matters, creating space for new opportunities and experiences to emerge. This process of letting go, however, is best done with discretion. There's no need to broadcast every change of heart or shift in direction to the world. Sharing your every move with others can open you up to unwanted opinions, criticism, and even sabotage. It's like revealing your hand in a poker game. You give your opponents valuable information that they can use against you. Maintaining a degree of privacy allows you to safeguard your strategy and intentions, ensuring that your actions are aligned with your core values and identity. Imagine a scenario where you've been diligently pursuing a particular career path, only to realize that it's not truly fulfilling. The old you might have felt obligated to continue, driven by the expectations of family, friends, or society. But the new you, the one who has embraced the power of quiet elimination, recognizes that you have the right to change your mind and pursue a different path. There's no need to justify your decision to anyone. Simply make the necessary adjustments quietly and efficiently, adapting as situations unfold. Focus on aligning your actions with your core values and identity, and let your results speak for themselves. This approach not only simplifies your path but also maintains the integrity of your personal journey. It allows you to navigate the complexities of life with grace and authenticity, free from the constraints of external expectations. Consider the wisdom of Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher who wisely observed, "It is not that we have so little time, but that we lose so much. The life we receive is not short, but we make it so, we are not ill-provided, but use what we have wastefully." This quote resonates deeply with the concept of focusing on essential goals and letting go of the unnecessary. It reminds us that our time and energy are finite resources, and that we must use them wisely. By eliminating unnecessary goals, we create more space for the things that truly matter, meaningful relationships, personal growth, and the pursuit of our passions. It's about prioritizing quality over quantity, focusing on experiences that enrich our lives rather than accumulating achievements that ultimately leave us feeling empty. Furthermore, think about the psychological burden of pursuing goals that no longer resonate with your values. It can lead to feelings of stress, anxiety, and even depression. By releasing the grip of these unnecessary goals, you free yourself from this emotional weight and create space for joy, peace, and contentment. It's like shedding a heavy coat on a warm day, you feel lighter, more energized, and more able to enjoy the sunshine. This is an act of self-compassion, a recognition that you deserve to live a life that is aligned with your true self. Finally, remember that letting go of unnecessary goals doesn't mean giving up on your dreams. It means refining them, clarifying them, and focusing your energy on the pursuits that truly ignite your passion. It's about being flexible and adaptable, willing to adjust your course as you navigate the ever-changing landscape of life. This is a sign of strength, not weakness, a testament to your ability to learn, grow, and evolve. Embrace the power of quiet elimination, the wisdom of letting go, and the unwavering commitment to pursuing a life that is authentic, meaningful, and fulfilling. Discretion in navigating relationship endings, the art of not oversharing. Relationships, in their myriad forms, are the threads that weave the rich tapestry of human experience. They bring joy, support, and connection, but also inevitably, sometimes, pain and heartache. When a friendship or romantic relationship comes to an end, the emotional fallout can be intense. The temptation to dissect the relationship, to analyze what went wrong, and to share the details with others can be overwhelming. However, maintaining discretion about the intimate details of a relationship ending is paramount to fostering respect and facilitating healing. Sharing specifics about conflicts or reasons for a breakup not only disrespects the privacy shared between you and the other individual but also fuels unnecessary gossip, complicating the situation further. It's like throwing gasoline on a fire, intensifying the flames and spreading the damage. Instead, it's more beneficial to internalize and reflect on these experiences. This practice not only honors the privacy of both parties but also facilitates a more profound personal healing process. It allows you to process your emotions in a safe and controlled environment, without the added pressure of external judgment or scrutiny. It's about taking responsibility for your own feelings and reactions, and learning from the experience without assigning blame or seeking validation from others. If you find yourself compelled to discuss these personal matters, it may be a sign of unresolved emotional issues. Instead of seeking external outlets, engage in self-dialogue to understand and process these feelings. Journaling, meditation, or talking to a therapist can provide a safe and confidential space to explore your emotions and develop healthy coping mechanisms. This approach ensures that any problematic relationship is resolved with dignity, without making it a subject of public discourse. It's about choosing empathy and compassion over judgment and gossip, recognizing that everyone involved is likely experiencing pain and vulnerability. In doing so, you safeguard your emotional well-being and that of others involved, fostering a more respectful and discreet healing journey. Imagine a scenario where you've just gone through a painful breakup. You might have felt the urge to vent to your friends, sharing every detail of the relationship and casting your former partner in a negative light. But the new you, the one who has embraced the power of quiet elimination, recognizes that this approach is ultimately self-defeating. It may provide temporary relief, but it also perpetuates the cycle of negativity and hinders your ability to move on. Instead, you choose to confide in a trusted therapist or journal your thoughts and feelings in private. You focus on processing your emotions in a healthy way, learning from the experience, and moving forward with grace and dignity. This approach not only protects your own emotional well-being but also demonstrates respect for your former partner and the relationship you once shared. Consider the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, who wisely stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This quote resonates deeply with the idea of focusing inward and controlling our reactions to external situations, particularly in the delicate context of relationship breakdowns. It reminds us that we cannot control the actions of others, but we can control our own thoughts and responses. By focusing on our inner world, we can cultivate resilience, develop healthy coping mechanisms, and navigate the challenges of life with greater ease and grace. Furthermore, think about the long-term consequences of oversharing intimate details about a relationship ending. It can damage your reputation, erode trust with friends and family, and even impact your future relationships. People may begin to view you as someone who is prone to gossip or who lacks discretion, making them hesitant to confide in you or to share their own personal experiences. By choosing to maintain discretion, you demonstrate that you are trustworthy, respectful, and capable of handling sensitive information with care. This builds stronger relationships and fosters a sense of mutual respect and understanding. Finally, remember that the end of a relationship is an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. It's a chance to learn more about yourself, your needs, and your desires. By focusing on your own healing and personal development, you can emerge from the experience stronger, wiser, and more resilient. This is an act of self-empowerment, a declaration that you are capable of navigating the challenges of life with grace and dignity. Embrace the power of quiet elimination, the wisdom of discretion, and the unwavering commitment to your own emotional well-being. This is the path to healing, growth, and stronger, more meaningful relationships in the future. The power of the quiet voice, choosing calm over chaos. In the theater of life, we often find ourselves on a stage filled with drama, conflict, and frustration. Tempers flare, voices rise, and the air crackles with tension. It's in these moments, when our heart pounds with frustration and the temptation to lash out is immense, that we have the opportunity to make a powerful choice, to speak softly, to harness that fiery energy not in shouts but in steady, calm words. This is not just about keeping face, it's a journey toward mastering our inner storms, transforming anger into action, and frustration into focus. Think back to a time when you witnessed someone lose their cool. How did it make you feel? Uncomfortable? Disappointed? Perhaps even a little afraid? Now picture someone who, despite the chaos, remains serene, their voice a soothing balm in a sea of noise. That's the person we all aspire to be, isn't it? It's in these trials, these tests of our spirit, that we find our true strength. It's like alchemy of the soul, not just about biting back angry words, but about channeling that energy into something that moves us forward, that turns stumbling blocks into stepping stones. Imagine yourself in a heated meeting, facing criticism or opposition. The old you might have reacted defensively, raising your voice and arguing your point with aggression. But the new you, the one who has embraced the power of the quiet voice, remains calm and composed. You listen attentively to the other person's perspective, acknowledging their concerns and responding with thoughtful, reasoned arguments. Your calm demeanor disarms the situation and creates space for a more productive conversation. It's not about suppressing your emotions, but about controlling how you express them. It's about choosing clarity over chaos, and understanding over anger. Consider the wisdom of Heraclitus, who wisely stated, "To be even-minded is the greatest virtue." It's a reminder that in the eye of the storm, our calm is our greatest weapon, our balance the truest form of bravery. It's about recognizing that anger is a temporary emotion that can cloud our judgment and lead to regrettable actions. By choosing to speak softly, we maintain control of our emotions and ensure that our words are deliberate and thoughtful. Furthermore, think about the impact of your voice on others. When you raise your voice, you create a sense of unease and defensiveness. People are less likely to listen to you, and more likely to react negatively. By choosing to speak softly, you create a more inviting and receptive atmosphere. People are more likely to listen to you, to consider your perspective, and to engage in constructive dialogue. This is an act of leadership, a demonstration that you are capable of remaining calm and composed under pressure. It inspires others to do the same, creating a more harmonious and productive environment. Finally, remember that the power of the quiet voice extends beyond the workplace. It's equally important in our personal relationships, with our families, and with our friends. By choosing to speak softly, we foster deeper connections, build stronger relationships, and create a more peaceful and loving environment. This is an act of self-care, a recognition that our own well-being is closely intertwined with the well-being of those around us. Embrace the power of the quiet voice, the wisdom of calm, and the unwavering commitment to creating a more peaceful and harmonious world. Guarding your tongue, the wisdom of not spreading negative opinions. Words have immense power. They can build bridges or burn them, heal wounds or inflict them. Spreading negative opinions about others, even if those opinions are based on truth, is a dangerous game. It's a slippery slope that can damage your reputation, erode trust, and ultimately poison your own heart. Think about the last time you heard someone badmouthing another person. Didn't it make you wonder what they say when you're not around? Spreading negative opinions about others is a slippery slope. It's easy to get caught up in the heat of the moment, but those words, once out, stick to you like shadows, casting a dark light on your character. It's more than just being diplomatic, it's about being the kind of person others trust and respect. You don't have to like everyone, but remember, every person you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Imagine a scenario where you're faced with a challenging person or situation. It's tempting to let your judgments fly, isn't it? But here's the catch, in that moment, you have the power to shift the narrative. Choose empathy over disdain, conversation over conflict. It's tough, no doubt. You'll feel everything from frustration to compassion, maybe even a hint of admiration for their tenacity. This approach isn't just about keeping the peace, it's about understanding the complex tapestry of human emotions and interactions. In doing so, you don't just build bridges, you become a person who can navigate the tumultuous waters of relationships with finesse and heart. Consider the impact of negative opinions on your own mental state. When you focus on the flaws and shortcomings of others, you create a negative filter through which you view the world. This can lead to feelings of cynicism, resentment, and even bitterness. By choosing to focus on the positive qualities of others, you cultivate a more optimistic and compassionate outlook. This can improve your mood, reduce stress, and enhance your overall well-being. Furthermore, think about the ripple effect of your words. When you spread negative opinions, you contribute to a culture of negativity and distrust. People are less likely to be kind, understanding, and supportive of one another. By choosing to speak positively, you contribute to a culture of empathy and respect. People are more likely to be kind, understanding, and supportive of one another. This creates a more harmonious and productive environment for everyone. Finally, remember that everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has flaws. Everyone is struggling with something. By choosing to focus on the positive qualities of others, you offer them grace and compassion. This can inspire them to be their best selves and to contribute positively to the world. It's an act of kindness that can have a profound impact on their lives. Embrace the power of positive speech, the wisdom of empathy, and the unwavering commitment to creating a more compassionate and understanding world. The thief of joy, breaking free from the comparison trap. The relentless chase of comparing ourselves to others is like running on a treadmill with no off switch. It's exhausting, unending, and frankly, a thief of joy. Think about it, every time you glance sideways, tallying up someone else's milestones against your own, you're not just selling yourself short, you're completely missing the beauty of your unique story. This habit, this compulsion to measure up, often leaves us feeling like we're perpetually lagging behind, chaining us to a cycle of self-doubt and dissatisfaction. It's a never-ending game of keeping up with the Joneses, where the goalposts are constantly moving and the definition of success is always just out of reach. Imagine a scenario where you're scrolling through social media, bombarded with images of seemingly perfect lives. You see friends traveling to exotic destinations, landing dream jobs, and celebrating milestone achievements. The old you might have felt envious, inadequate, and even depressed. But the new you, the one who has embraced the power of self-acceptance, recognizes that these images are often carefully curated and do not reflect the full reality of people's lives. You choose to focus on your own journey, celebrating your own accomplishments, and appreciating the unique beauty of your own life. Now flip the script. What if you start celebrating your quirks, your missteps, your victories, no matter how small? It's not about ignoring the world around you, but about embracing your journey raw and unfiltered. Life's not a neatly scripted series where everyone's reading from the same script. It's messy, unpredictable, and wildly divergent. Your story, with its ups and downs, its triumphs and setbacks, is a testament to your resilience, your individuality. So dive into your own narrative, let it be a spectrum of emotions, from the grit of frustration to the high of achievements, uniquely yours. As you own your journey, you're not just moving forward, you're rewriting the rules of the game on your terms. Consider the wisdom of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who wisely stated, "Control your perceptions, direct your actions properly, willingly accept what's outside your control." This quote resonates deeply with the concept of focusing on our own path rather than comparing ourselves with others. It reminds us that we cannot control the circumstances of our lives, but we can control how we respond to them. By focusing on our own actions and perceptions, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment, regardless of what others are doing. Furthermore, think about the impact of comparison on your creativity and innovation. When you're constantly trying to measure up to others, you stifle your own unique voice and perspective. You become afraid to take risks, to experiment, and to express yourself authentically. By breaking free from the comparison trap, you unlock your creative potential and allow yourself to shine. This is an act of self-expression, a declaration that you are unique and valuable, and that your contributions to the world are worthy of recognition. Finally, remember that everyone is on their own journey. Everyone has their own challenges and their own triumphs. By choosing to focus on your own path, you create space for empathy, compassion, and understanding. You recognize that everyone is doing the best they can, and that everyone deserves to be celebrated for their unique gifts and talents. This is an act of kindness that can have a profound impact on your own life and the lives of others. Embrace the power of self-acceptance, the wisdom of individuality, and the unwavering commitment to celebrating your own unique journey. Mindful consumption, reclaiming your time and attention from social media. In today's digital age, social media has become an ubiquitous presence in our lives. It connects us to friends and family, provides access to information, and offers a platform for self-expression. However, the mindless use of social media can also be detrimental to our well-being. It can lead to feelings of anxiety, depression, and social isolation. It can also consume our time and attention, detracting from our ability to focus on our goals and pursue our passions. Consider your life as a unique narrative, full of rich experiences and personal growth. Social media, in contrast, is a vast repository of everyone else's stories, often only their best moments. This disparity can lead to unfair comparisons and a sense of dissatisfaction with our own lives. It's vital, therefore, to approach social media with intention, using it for specific purposes, such as seeking inspiration, connections, or information, and then stepping back into the reality of our own journey. Imagine a scenario where you find yourself mindlessly scrolling through social media for hours each day. The old you might have felt guilty, ashamed, and even addicted. But the new you, the one who has embraced the power of mindful consumption, recognizes that this behavior is not serving you. You choose to set boundaries, limiting your time on social media and engaging in activities that nourish your soul and contribute to your personal growth. To achieve this, try scheduling specific times for social media use, like during morning coffee or after work, to avoid its constant intrusion. Before each interaction online, pause to ask, is this constructive or merely a distraction? Such mindfulness helps separate meaningful engagement from mindless scrolling. If you notice a decline in mood or self-esteem linked to social media use, consider taking a break. This period away is an opportunity to engage in fulfilling real-world activities that reaffirm the value of your unique life story. Consider the impact of social media on your mental health. Studies have shown that excessive social media use can lead to feelings of anxiety, depression, and social isolation. It can also contribute to body image issues, sleep disturbances, and a fear of missing out, FOMO. By practicing mindful consumption, you can protect your mental health and cultivate a greater sense of well-being. Furthermore, think about the time and energy you spend on social media. How much time do you waste scrolling through endless feeds, comparing yourself to others, and engaging in pointless arguments? By reclaiming this time and energy, you can invest it in activities that are more meaningful and fulfilling, such as spending time with loved ones, pursuing your passions, or learning new skills. Finally, remember that social media is a tool. Like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill. By using it mindfully and intentionally, you can harness its power to connect with others, learn new things, and express yourself creatively. But by allowing it to consume your time and attention, you risk losing yourself in a virtual world that is often disconnected from reality. Embrace the power of mindful consumption, the wisdom of intention, and the unwavering commitment to living a life that is authentic, meaningful, and fulfilling. The prison of approval, finding freedom in authentic living, the relentless pursuit of external validation is like living in a gilded cage. It may appear beautiful and luxurious on the surface, but it ultimately restricts our freedom and stifles our growth. We become prisoners of others' opinions, constantly seeking their approval and molding ourselves to fit their expectations. This can lead to a life that is devoid of authenticity and joy. Today, let's explore a liberating concept: breaking free from this relentless quest for external approval. Picture yourself on a stage, spotlight on you, surrounded by a sea of faces, each one ready to judge how you act, speak, and exist. This scenario, overwhelming and restrictive, highlights the suffocating nature of living for others' approval. Now imagine stepping off that stage into a calm, serene space where your voice is the one that matters most. This shift symbolizes the importance of prioritizing your inner voice over external judgments. Living for others' approval leads us away from our true selves and desires, like wearing ill-fitting clothes just to please others. Recall the moments of genuine fulfillment in your life. They likely occurred when you were true to your own values and beliefs, independent of others' expectations. This is the core of authentic living. Imagine a scenario where you're considering a major life decision, such as changing careers, moving to a new city, or ending a relationship. The old you might have based your decision on what others would think, fearing their disapproval or judgment. But the new you, the one who has embraced the power of authentic living, prioritizes your own values and desires. You make the decision that is right for you, regardless of what others may think. To incorporate this into daily life, start with introspection. Before making decisions, question your motives: is it for you or for others? Trust your intuition, acknowledge your needs, and work on building your self-esteem. Celebrate your achievements, learn from mistakes, and value your qualities. Remember, self-acceptance is a journey marked by small yet significant triumphs. Also, nurture relationships that respect your individuality and encourage your true self. Consider the impact of seeking external validation on your self-esteem. When you constantly rely on others' opinions to feel good about yourself, you become vulnerable to their criticism and judgment. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy, insecurity, and even depression. By cultivating self-acceptance, you build a foundation of inner strength that is not dependent on external factors. Furthermore, think about the freedom that comes from living authentically. When you're no longer trying to please everyone else, you're free to pursue your passions, express your creativity, and live a life that is aligned with your values. This can lead to a greater sense of purpose, fulfillment, and joy. Finally, remember that you are worthy of love and acceptance, just as you are. You don't need to change yourself to earn others' approval. By embracing your authentic self, you attract people who appreciate you for who you truly are. This can lead to deeper, more meaningful relationships that are based on mutual respect and understanding. Embrace the power of authentic living, the wisdom of self-acceptance, and the unwavering commitment to living a life that is true to yourself. The illusion of perfection, embracing imperfection as a pathway to growth. In our relentless pursuit of self-improvement, we often fall prey to the illusion of perfection. We set impossibly high standards for ourselves, striving to achieve flawlessness in every aspect of our lives. While the desire to improve is commendable, the pursuit of perfection can be detrimental to our well-being. It can lead to stress, anxiety, and a feeling of never being good enough. It can also stifle our creativity and prevent us from taking risks. Perfectionism sets impossibly high standards and fosters a fear of mistakes. However, embracing our imperfections is key to personal growth and happiness. Life, much like art, becomes more enriching and authentic when we allow room for imperfection. It's in the cracks and flaws that we find beauty, resilience, and character. Imagine a scenario where you're working on a project, whether it's at work, at home, or in your personal life. The old you might have been obsessed with making everything perfect, spending hours agonizing over every detail and fearing the possibility of making a mistake. But the new you, the one who has embraced the power of imperfection, approaches the project with a more relaxed and compassionate attitude. You focus on doing your best, but you also accept that mistakes are inevitable and that they are opportunities for learning and growth. To combat perfectionism, start by embracing your limitations and understanding that mistakes are part of learning. Shift your aim from being perfect to being excellent, which means doing your best while knowing there's always room for growth. Practice self-compassion and be gentle with yourself when things don't go as planned. Celebrate your efforts and understand that every experience contributes to your journey. Finally, redefine success not as a flawless outcome, but as the journey itself filled with learning and personal growth. Consider the impact of perfectionism on your mental health. Studies have shown that perfectionism is linked to anxiety, depression, eating disorders, and other mental health problems. By letting go of the need to be perfect, you can reduce your stress levels, improve your mood, and enhance your overall well-being. Furthermore, think about the freedom that comes from embracing imperfection. When you're no longer trying to be perfect, you're free to take risks, experiment, and express yourself authentically. You're also more likely to be kind and compassionate to yourself and others. Finally, remember that everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has flaws. Everyone is on their own journey. By embracing your imperfections, you become more relatable and approachable. You also create space for others to be themselves, without fear of judgment or criticism. Embrace the power of imperfection, the wisdom of self-compassion, and the unwavering commitment to living a life that is authentic, meaningful, and fulfilling. Shattering illusions, releasing unrealistic expectations and embracing reality, embarking on life's grand journey, we often set sails of expectation, charting courses towards dreams and desires. Yet these very sails can swell into monstrous proportions, morphing into unrealistic fantasies that toss us into the stormy seas of disappointment and disillusion. Like sailors lured by mythical sirens, we chase perfection in ourselves, in others, and in our experiences, a quest as futile as seeking horizons that retreat as we approach. These gargantuan expectations, often born from society's whispers and media's roars, can blind us to the beauty of our authentic selves and the raw, unfiltered reality of life. It's a constant striving for an unattainable ideal, leaving us feeling inadequate and unfulfilled. The perfect job, the perfect relationship, the perfect body, these are all illusions that can prevent us from appreciating the present moment and finding joy in the simple things. Imagine a scenario where you've spent years dreaming of a particular career path, only to discover that it's not as glamorous or fulfilling as you had imagined. The old you might have felt devastated, like all your hard work had been for nothing. But the new you, the one who has embraced the power of realistic expectations, recognizes that this is a natural part of life. You adapt your goals, adjust your expectations, and find new sources of fulfillment in your work. The path to shedding these deceptive illusions begins with a fierce, unflinching honesty with oneself. It's a journey of peeling back the layers of should-haves and could-haves to reveal the core of our true aspirations. It's about recognizing the weight of these expectations and courageously asking whether they elevate or crush our spirits. This is no fairy tale transformation, it's a gritty, sometimes painful acknowledgement of life's imperfections and our own limitations. It's about setting goals that resonate with who we truly are, not who we're told to be. Each small victory, each step forward, becomes a testament to our resilience. In this journey, the beauty lies not in the destination but in the rich tapestry of experiences woven along the way. Letting go of unrealistic expectations doesn't just unburden us, it opens our eyes to the unexpected wonders of life, teaching us to navigate its tumultuous waters with a heart that's open to every ebb and flow, every joy and heartache that comes our way. Consider the impact of unrealistic expectations on your relationships. When you expect others to be perfect, you set them up for failure and create unnecessary conflict. By accepting people for who they are, flaws and all, you foster deeper connections and build stronger relationships. Furthermore, think about the stress and anxiety that comes from trying to live up to unrealistic expectations. It's a constant pressure to be more, do more, and achieve more. By letting go of these expectations, you can reduce your stress levels and create more space for peace and relaxation. Finally, remember that life is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs, successes and failures. By embracing the imperfections and uncertainties of life, you can cultivate a greater sense of resilience and find joy in the present moment. Embrace the power of realism, the wisdom of acceptance, and the unwavering commitment to living a life that is authentic, meaningful, and fulfilling. The poison of gossip, cultivating kindness and understanding in our conversations, engaging in gossip and negative chatter can sometimes feel like a shortcut to connection. It's a way to bond with others over shared opinions and criticisms. But it's a path that often leads us astray. It can damage our relationships, erode trust, and ultimately poison our own hearts. Think about the last time you were part of such a conversation. Did it leave you feeling uplifted, or did it subtly gnaw at your sense of integrity? Words, much like seeds, have the power to grow gardens or spread weeds. When we choose to nurture our conversations with kindness and understanding, we cultivate a landscape where trust and respect flourish. It's a journey, though, and not always an easy one. There are moments when joining in the gossip feels tempting, perhaps even justified. But here's a challenge: next time you're on the brink of speaking or listening to something negative, pause. Think about the person in question as someone with their own struggles and triumphs, just like you. Would you want your lowest moments to be a topic of idle chatter? It's about recognizing our shared humanity and treating others with the same respect and compassion that we would want for ourselves. Imagine a scenario where you're at a social gathering and the conversation turns to gossip about a mutual acquaintance. The old you might have joined in, sharing your own opinions and criticisms. But the new you, the one who has embraced the power of positive communication, chooses to steer the conversation in a more positive direction. You might share a positive anecdote about the person in question, or simply change the subject altogether. Steering clear of gossip isn't just about creating a positive environment, it's about honoring our shared humanity. And when you lead by example, you're not just avoiding negativity, you're lighting a path for others to find their way to a more empathetic and genuine way of connecting. Consider the impact of gossip on your relationships. When you engage in gossip, you erode trust and create a climate of suspicion. People are less likely to confide in you or to share their vulnerabilities if they fear that you will betray their confidence. By choosing to avoid gossip, you build stronger relationships that are based on mutual respect and trust. Furthermore, think about the negative energy that is created by gossip. When you focus on the flaws and shortcomings of others, you create a negative mindset that can affect your mood and your overall well-being. By choosing to focus on the positive qualities of others, you cultivate a more positive and optimistic outlook. Finally, remember that everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has flaws. Everyone is on their own journey. By choosing to offer grace and compassion, you create a more supportive and understanding environment for everyone. This can inspire others to be their best selves and to contribute positively to the world. Embrace the power of positive communication, the wisdom of empathy, and the unwavering commitment to creating a more compassionate and understanding world. The Symphony of a Quiet Life. As we conclude this extended exploration of quiet elimination, it's crucial to recognize that these 11 principles are not isolated commandments, but rather interconnected threads woven into a tapestry of mindful living. They represent a holistic approach to personal growth, emphasizing the power of introspection, self-awareness, and intentional action. By embracing these principles, we can cultivate a life that is more authentic, meaningful, and fulfilling. The quiet revolution within is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process of refinement and recalibration. It requires constant vigilance, a willingness to challenge our own beliefs and behaviors, and a commitment to continuous learning. It's about becoming more aware of our thoughts, our emotions, and our reactions, and consciously choosing to respond in ways that align with our values and aspirations. This journey is not about achieving perfection, but about embracing our imperfections and learning from our mistakes. It's about cultivating self-compassion, recognizing that we are all works in progress, and treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend. It's about letting go of the need to control everything, accepting the uncertainties of life, and finding joy in the present moment. The benefits of embracing this quiet approach are immeasurable. We experience greater inner peace, stronger relationships, and a deeper sense of purpose. We become more resilient in the face of adversity, more compassionate towards others, and more grateful for the simple things in life. We also become more effective in pursuing our goals, as we are no longer weighed down by unnecessary baggage or distracted by external noise. In essence, the quiet life is a life lived with intention, purpose, and authenticity. It's a life where we are in control of our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. It's a life where we are free to be ourselves, without fear of judgment or criticism. It's a life where we can truly thrive, both personally and professionally. To summarize the key takeaways. Eliminating the need to explain yourself to those who cause you pain, prioritize your own well-being and recognize that you don't owe anyone an explanation for setting boundaries or protecting your emotional health. Releasing the grip of unnecessary goals, focus your time and energy on pursuits that align with your values and desires, and don't be afraid to let go of goals that no longer serve you. Discretion in navigating relationship endings, maintain privacy and respect for all parties involved, and focus on healing and learning from the experience. The power of the quiet voice, choose calm and reasoned communication over anger and aggression, and cultivate a more peaceful and productive environment. Guarding your tongue, avoid spreading negative opinions and cultivate a culture of empathy and understanding. Breaking free from the comparison trap, celebrate your own unique journey and focus on your own accomplishments, rather than comparing yourself to others. Mindful consumption of social media, use social media intentionally and set boundaries to protect your mental health and reclaim your time and attention. The prison of approval, find freedom in authentic living by prioritizing your own values and desires, and stop seeking validation from others. The illusion of perfection, embrace imperfection as a pathway to growth and recognize that mistakes are opportunities for learning and self-compassion. Shattering illusions, release unrealistic expectations and embrace the raw, unfiltered reality of life, finding joy in the present moment. The poison of gossip, cultivate kindness and understanding in your conversations, and avoid spreading negativity and judgment. By embracing these principles, we can create a symphony of a quiet life, a life filled with harmony, purpose, and joy. It's a journey that requires courage, commitment, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. But the rewards are immeasurable, a life lived with intention, purpose, and a deep sense of inner peace. Continue to explore these concepts, delve deeper into your own inner world, and embrace the power of quiet elimination. The transformation awaits.